Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be. So, just as we have said in the last class on accounting equation, we have the formula of accounting equation that is asset equals to capital plus liabilities. We have different types of assets. We have fixed assets and we have current assets and we have intangible assets. I gave you examples of that. But here we are going to solve a particular question using the balance sheet format. I told you the balance sheet is just a replica of accounting equation. It's a statement. So we are going to solve this particular question, illustration 2. Use the balance sheet format to ascertain the value of capital in the following items. If you are very watchful, all these items, we have assets and we also have liabilities. Uh, so the capital is not given. You are now asked to solve the value of capital using the balance sheet equation. All you need to do here is to draw up your balance sheet format and place items that are assets into the side of asset and place items that are liabilities into the side of liability. At the end of the day, you now balance the equation by doing your accounting equation asset equals to capital minus liability, capital plus liability rather. Then to get your capital, it will now be asset minus liabilities. Now let's solve this question in a practical form. As you can see here now, we have furniture and fittings, motor van building, cash in hand, creditors, debtors, stock loan, bank overdraft. I have done this particular question, but let me just explain it for you to understand it properly. So we have the balance sheet as of 31st December 2019. The name of the business must be written, but because this is just a question that doesn't have to, the name was not given, that's why we didn't write the name. In such a situation, you need to include the name of the owner of the business. So here we have furniture and fittings 20,000. This is the asset side and this is the liability side. So you can see I wrote asset as the first heading. We move to fixed asset. We record all the fixed assets, furniture and fittings, motor van, building. You can see 20,000, 30,000, and 20,000. You add it together, it give you 70,000 and you put it by the side of the last assets. So we move to the current asset also. We have cash in hand as a current asset. We have debtor as a current asset. We have stock also as a current asset. Add everything together, it gives us 10,000 naira. So if you add the value of fixed asset with current asset, it gave us 80,000 naira. Now move to the current liability side. We have creditors as a liability, we have loan as a liability, and we have bank overdraft as a liability. Please, you need to understand the concept of liabilities and the concept of assets. Assets are what belongs to the company, what the company possess, while liability are what the company owes. um like debt the debt they have outside. For example, creditors, loans they collected, bank overdraft they collected from the business. So that is liabilities. So now to get the value of our capital now, we have calculated the value of current liability to be 40,000, 12,000 plus 13,000 plus 15,000 will give us 40,000 naira. If we calculate it very well, 12 plus 13, 13 that is 25, 25 plus 15 that is 40. So having this at the back of our mind, the accounting equation will now be asset minus liability. That is total asset 80,000 minus 40,000 naira. So the value of our capital now would now be 40,000. Let's just insert it immediately. 40,000 naira. It's as simple as that. This is the simple balance sheet equation using the accounting equation. With this, you have solved this particular question without any iota of doubt or confusion. So you'll be given a class exercise to practice this by yourself.